Hello and welcome to another video. So today we are going to do a soft pastel drawing. It's going to be a really basic drawing. It's great for beginners, and if you enjoy this video then I'll probably do some more that are a bit more complicated. So what I've just done is I've put some masking tape around my piece of paper to make a border. This just makes a nice clean cut when I've finished with my drawing, because pastels are really messy. And now I'm going to start on with the sky. So I'm using reds, oranges and yellows, and I'm just creating lots of different layers, and when I've done that I'm using a tissue, and with this tissue I'm blending all the colours together so that it doesn't look too stripy. Now the thing with soft pastels is sometimes you have to do a second layer. Soft pastels are all about layers basically, so as you can see here I'm doing a second layer on my sky, and I'm really blending the different colours together and overlapping the colours just to really help with the blending process, and you can see already it looks so much better. And then once I've done that I'll probably use my fingers now, and with my fingers I'm just going to blend those colours together. Now one tip I would say is that when you do use soft pastels, try not to wear a long sleeved t-shirt like I did, because the pastels will rub onto your clothes, so that's one tip that I advise you do. Now I'm just going to use a white pastel and I'm going to do a sun in the centre of my piece, and I'm going to blend that and then do a second layer just to make it more highlighted. And just touching up the sky. Okay, so now I am going to get a black pastel and I'm going to draw an outline of some mountains, and then once I'm happy with my outline I'm going to start blocking that colour in, making it really dark. I'm going all the way around, and again I'll blend that in with a tissue, and I will probably do a second layer of that. Because it's so dusty, you'll probably see throughout this video that I'll pick up the paper and get rid of the dust so it doesn't go onto the sky, because what I don't want is I don't want any black pigment that came from my pastel to go onto the sky, otherwise it'll end up looking a bit muddy, so that is why I am doing that. Okay, now I'm happy with how my mountains have turned out. I'm going to start doing the ocean, or the lake, I suppose you could say. Lake or ocean, it's completely up to you. Anyway, I'm going a really dark blue around the edges of the mountains, and then I'm just going to start adding some waves, and again it's just layering up and building up the different colours, and I'm using dark blues, light blues, turquoise, some green, some white, using my tissue to blend and then going over again to make another layer. Okay, so from here I am using a really dark purple around the edges again, just to show some of the reflection coming from the mountains. And then with a white pastel I also created the reflection of the sun just slightly into the water, just to create a bit of dimension. And I've also added a little bit of yellow for the sun's reflection as well. And then one of the last steps I'm going to do is I'm going to use my white pastel and I'm going to add some highlights onto the mountains. This creates real depth because obviously with the sun it's very light and it will cast some highlights onto the mountains. So adding that just shows how rocky it is and it just adds that extra oomph. And now once I'm happy, I am peeling my masking tape off, and as you can see it creates a wonderful border. Now obviously pastels, they are messy, so one thing that I would advise you do to stop the pastels transferring onto different surfaces or smudging is using hairspray afterwards. Just spray it about 15 centimeters away from the page and it will just protect it a bit more. So I hope you enjoyed that video and please like and subscribe. Thank you!